Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sard and you're watching Football Corner. Let's get into the game against Barcelona where we won 5-3. So guys, firstly, if you're new, make sure to like, share and subscribe. Let me know down below what your thoughts were on this game and let's get straight into the game. So, starting off with the first goal, which came from Barcelona, was scored by Robert Lewandowski. Now, unfortunately, we didn't defend well, got caught lacking on the counter, and listen, we were caught. It was 3 versus 3. Literally, the ball got crossed in and hit the first time. Goalkeeper saved it, but it parried it out to the man who was there to take it, which was Robert Lewandowski. So unfortunately, we need to look at not making these mistakes in the future, because I see a lot of times, man, we make some very stupid mistakes, very easy mistakes. Like, it's very simple for the opponent to get the ball off of us, and I feel like we can do better than that. So we have to try and do better there. Now, moving on to the equalizer, making it 1-1. Bukayo Saka, he fumbled the ball in the box and Bukayo Saka saw the opportunity. Your best player, you want them to be able to take that opportunity, grab it with both hands, and that's exactly what Bukayo Saka did. He took that opportunity when it showed himself to him and he made sure he scored the goal. Now, that's what I call a key player to the system, and listen, he did very good in that game. Played very well. And listen, he took his chance when it showed itself to him and he made it 1-1. Now, moving on to the penalty missed though. Penalty came up, there was a handball in the box and it looks like we got a penalty. Saka was over the ball, about to take the penalty, and he misses. It goes just wide on the right side of the goal and unfortunately he misses. Now, I've seen a lot of people on social media, a lot of people on YouTube questioning should we take him off penalties or not. I don't think so. Because listen, yes, he's missed a couple, but you have to understand this guy had a success rate for penalties since that time in the Euros where he missed that penalty. He scored nearly every single penalty that he took. So we have to understand that although Saka has missed a couple penalties, he's also scored a hell of a lot. So we have to understand that. I feel for me, he needs to go ahead and carry on taking the penalties, but unfortunately he missed a penalty on this occasion, but hopefully next time he will not miss the goal. Now, moving on to the goal that made it 2-1. Free kick taken by Rafinha. Now, Ramsdale positioning, I feel like he positioned himself in the middle of the goal, and then as Rafinha went to take the shot, he literally moved to the left, covering the right side of the goal. Fortunately, there was a deflection of, I believe it's Odegaard, on the wall, which parried it onto the left side of the goal, Ramsdale's right, and he just wasn't able to get there in time. Now, could he have positioned himself a bit better? Could he have stayed in the middle of the goal and waited to see, as soon as they kicked it, to see if he could try a jump? Maybe. Listen, we have to work on positioning and seeing if you could have done a bit better with that, as well as, listen, it's just unfortunate as well. Sometimes a deflection happens and you can't, listen, the goal, trying to save the goal, it was near impossible for him. As soon as he went to that left side, or his left, it was impossible for him to get back there to cover the ground to make that save. It would have been an insane save if he made it, but unfortunately he didn't, and they made it 2-1. Now to our goal, which makes it 2-2. Ball was crossed in from Bukayo Saka. Martin Odegaard passes it off, and then guess who's there to finish it off? None other than Kai Havertz, and that is 2 goals in 3 games. Now, I know it's only pre-season, so we're not gonna get mad excited. I'm still very hopeful to see, hopefully, if he can do something. Listen, I don't really, like I said before, I didn't agree with the signing, so I didn't really think he was gonna do that much. But listen, if he can get goals for us, and if he can carry on how he's been playing, I know that he didn't play very well in the Man United game, but in the All-Stars game and in this game against Barcelona, listen, he played well, did his job, got his goal, and that made it 2-2. and hopefully Kai Havertz can carry on scoring like this, and I hope to see him scoring against the bigger teams, and I hope to see him scoring more regularly. I do hope that he can get a load of goals next season, or this season, and hopefully he can lead the line for scoring, but that is yet to be seen. Obviously at Chelsea he was not a massive scorer. I think the most goals he got in a season, I think, was 9. So hopefully we can see him score more goals in our system. Hopefully our system is better suited, where he can score more goals. He gets more opportunities with the ball coming in, getting crossed in more. And yeah, listen, that's the type of place where you need Kai Havertz. You need him at the back post where he can get that goal. You know, he's tall, he is there in those positions all of the time. It just takes one good ball and then him to get on the end of it, and he can score the goal for you. So hopefully we see more of that in the upcoming season. But moving on to the goal that made it 3-2, and that was scored by none other than Leandro Trossard. Now listen, this goal, I'm sorry, but there was 4 men around him, and this guy still managed to get the shot off and managed to get him bottom right corner. Literally past the keeper, the ball was whizzing on the ground, literally into the bottom right corner. And listen, Leandro Trossard, I really think he's going to have a really good season. He's going to have a really good season. I think he's going to score a load of goals. I think he's going to get a load of assists as well. So I'm really excited to see what he does. And he was the scorer of the 3rd goal. It was a beautiful goal. Him getting it on his left foot. Like we know, he can use both feet. Doesn't really have a weak foot. So left or right, he's good on both, and that is such a good skill, and he utilizes it very well. With him, he goes on his left or he goes on his right, he scores anyway. So I'm so happy to see him on the score sheet for this game. And moving on to the 4th goal, which was also scored by Leandro Trossard as well. And listen, firstly I want to just speak about the pass from Kieran Tierney. Literally on the ground, passes it with a diagonal ball across the middle, and literally one touch straight into the back of the net. And listen, that's 2 for Trossard on the night. And like I said before, I cannot wait to see what he does in this upcoming season, because I'm so serious, guys. I feel like he's gonna score so many goals. He's gonna get so many opportunities with all the games that we have coming up, and I just can't wait to see what he does in the upcoming season. Now unfortunately we do concede again. We concede by a goal from Ferran Torres, caught in a counter attack. Rob Holding, listen, this guy came on. I don't understand what this guy's still doing playing games for us, to be honest. I'll be so real with you. I don't know what this guy's doing still playing games for us. But Rob Holding yet again out of position, leaves his man unmarked. Ferran Torres just runs into the box and then shoots it across goal, and it's a goal, bottom left corner. So concede again, that's making it 4-3, and the 5th goal scored by Arsenal to make it 5-3. Now I'm going to say this because I've been one of his biggest critics, but I had to say, listen, when I saw Fabio Vieira make that strike to send it top left corner, and the keeper was just outside of his goal, far out, I think it was about, I'd say 25-30 yards out, and listen, caught the keeper napping. Keeper was just a bit off his line. He shot it literally top left corner, and Fabio Vieira, the goal scorer for the 5th goal. And listen, I have to applaud him, man. I have to give him his plaudits. So I know it's only pre-season, and a lot of players score in pre-season. They don't do stuff in the regular seasons, but listen, I have to give it to Fabio Vieira there. That was a very good goal, a very good strike. And listen, if this can be his redemption season, maybe the first season was just him trying to get used to the league, trying to get used to the physicality. Hopefully this season he can come in and change my mind, because if he can, that would be amazing. He can do this for the squad, and he can come in important games and score for us. That would be amazing. Listen, maybe there is a player in there, I just haven't been able to see it, but I hope and pray that he can prove me wrong. because I have criticized him a lot last season, but I do hope that he can prove me wrong, like I said. So let's get into the match rating. I'm gonna give Ramsdale a 6 out of 10. Yeah, listen, made that mistake of the positioning. Went to the left. Listen, you got to stay in the middle of your goal, and you got to make sure you're ready to make the save. But other than that, listen, I'm gonna give him that rating. Now moving on to Ben White. Listen, Ben White, I feel like he had a good game. I'm gonna give him a 8 out of 10. William Saliba and Gabriel, I'm gonna give them both 8s out of 10 for both of them. I feel like they had a good game, although they let some goals in. But moving on to Urian Timber at left back. Listen, I'll be so real with you. I'm gonna give him a 9. Urian Timber, in every single game that he's played for us this pre-season, listen, this guy just gets better and better and better and better. Like, I just can't give him enough plaudits. Firstly, the love he has for the club, and also his determination to be better and better every game. Like, we played him at right back, we played him going into midfield, we played him at left back this game. Like, it's just he's showing his versatility in every single game that we play him. In every single game that we play him, and every single position that we play him, he's showing you, okay, I can be an 8 out of 10 in here, I can be a 9 out of 10 here, I can be a 10 out of 10 here. You know, it's just, listen, I'll be so real with you. I'm so happy with his performances in this game, and listen, I can't give him enough plaudits. Now moving on to the midfield, Thomas Partey, I feel like he's got to give. I've got to give him a 9.5 out of 10. It's so close to be a man of the match, but unfortunately someone else just takes it. But listen, Thomas Partey, this game showed me don't need to sell him. He showed us that he's so vital to the way we play and to the way that the midfield plays for us. So I cannot wait to see what happens with him in the coming season. And I'll be so real with you, him, Rice, Odegaard in that same midfield, I feel like that's going to be one of the best midfields in the Premier League. I'm going to say it right now. I feel like that's be one of the best midfields in the Premier League, because they just offer so much as a collective. You know, Thomas Partey offers you that defensive security on the pitch. Rice can give you that defensive help as well as going forward with the passing, and with he can chip in with a goal here and there. And Odegaard, like we know, creative spark. Listen, the guy, he's just creative, he just does what he wants on the pitch. Everything seems to just go his way. Some of the passes he makes, some of the plays that he has with Saka on that right side, like, it's magical. I can't even lie to you. But yeah, that midfield is going to be amazing next season. Now moving on to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is going to get an 8.5 out of 10. I feel like he done very good, got his goal, played okay in the game today, and yeah, he got his goal, so I'm going to give him 8.5 out of 10. Odegaard, listen, I'm going to give him also an 8 out of 10. Played well in this game. Listen, he's always in there whenever it comes to building an attack. He always seems to be involved. I'm going to start from the middle of the attack and right and then left. So Jesus, I'm going to start off with. He is going to get an 8.5 out of 10. I feel like he was very instrumental in the attack. Felt like he made a lot of space, and he was switching between the left and the right and the middle. And listen, he was just switching between positions, filling in spaces, and that's where Jesus is key for us. And yeah, listen, he's just so key to the way we play in our attack, and I feel like we cannot miss him this season. We missed him for a lot of last season, and yeah, I can't wait to see him back on the pitch in the new upcoming season. Saka's going to get a 9 out of 10. Listen, the guy is just instrumental in every single game we play. He's just that guy, honestly. For such a young kid to be doing that, especially, listen, this is Barcelona. Let's face it, man. Like, it's Barcelona, so they're not necessarily some small club, man. It's not a small team. It's not the MLS All Stars. So for us to beat them 5-3, it says something. And then moving on to Leandro Trossard with the 2 goals. He is my man of the match. He's going to get a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10. What can I give him? We'll keep it at 10 out of 10. But if I could give him 100 out of 10, I probably would. Because he had such a good game. And like I said before, listen. The fact that we've got Gabriel Martinelli on that left side. And the fact that we've got Trossard to cover him on that side. We've also got Reece Nelson that can come in, who's very good as well. I feel like he can improve massively this season. We just, our attack right now is just so filled with so much talent. You know, you have Saka, you have Nelson, you have Trossard, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, and also you may have either Eddie Nketiah or Florent Balogun. Now, Eddie Nketiah remains to be seen whether he can actually do it, actually score a load of goals in a season. Listen, he's got that number 14 shirt, so he better start earning his money for that. And he better start earning that respect for that shirt, because that's a very heavy number to be wearing. Yeah, the number 14 at Arsenal, no joke. Not after the legends who have worn it previously. Yeah, and the one that's most important, Mr. Thierry Henry. So for you to wear Thierry Henry's number, you have to be scoring goals. As a striker, you have to be scoring goals. I'm sorry, because you're just disrespecting the number. So hopefully we can see. I personally feel in the whole Nketiah and Balogun thing, I would prefer Balogun because he's my type of striker. I feel like he can score goals and he can do well for us. But it looks like he wants more of a starter position, which I don't think we'll be able to fulfill. But also with Eddie Nketiah signing a new contract, I personally feel that they're gonna go with Eddie Nketiah. I don't feel like they're gonna let Florent Balogun stay. They're probably gonna stick with Eddie Nketiah, and they're gonna sell Balogun and cash in for him at around 50 mil, 40 mil, whatever it was, for Inter Milan, as he is still top on their list. So moving on to the subs, so Fabio Vieira, he's gonna get a 7.5 out of 10. Listen, scored an amazing goal, but also as a sub, came on, scored a goal, so I have to give him a higher rating for that. Gabriel Martinelli did a little bit, didn't do that much because he came on and didn't have that much of game time, so I'm going to give him a 5. Kieran Tierney, I'm going to give him a 7, just because of the assist. And listen, I love Kieran Tierney, so I'm biased. I don't care. And then Smith Rowe, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He looked pretty good, filling in spaces, playing that kind of advanced midfield role. And yeah, he was playing it well. I feel like he was getting into the box, having some opportunities, and you know, I feel like he's just warming up, and he's gonna be ready for the season. And I feel like he can really do something this season. Really excited to see what he can do now that he's injury free, had the operation, and he's back on the pitch. And Jorginho, also, I'm gonna give him a 5. Kivior, 5. Nketiah, 5. And Amario Cozier Duberry, I hope I said that correctly, I'm going to give him a 5. Listen, a young kid coming in, playing with the first team, so listen, this is your time to prove. I feel like he had an okay game, wasn't on for very long, literally came on in the 84th minute, so wasn't there for that long. But yeah, listen, you start off with these little minutes here and there, and then you start to build up. The more you do in these games with these small minutes that you get, you then get more minutes and more minutes. You get 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes there. So that's it for today for this match reaction for the Barcelona versus Arsenal game, where it finished 5-3, 5 to Arsenal and 3 to Barcelona. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Like I said before, make sure to like, share and subscribe. All my details are down below. Social media, any way you want to get at me, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of that stuff. So make sure to get at me on any of the social medias, follow me over there. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I make a video. Make sure to hit that like button, make sure to leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts were on the game. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you later. Come on, you Gunners, I love you all. Bye.